Hi everyone, and welcome to the newest edition of the Chatty Consultants. My name is Valerie, and I'm here today with Elwin Dirkse, the director of Modify. Welcome.
Very glad to be here.
Thanks. We're happy to have you. So we're going to jump right in. Elwin, can you tell us a little bit about Modify and what you do at the company?
Sure. So Modify was started by my father, and he basically saw that in the market there were a lot of crop protection substances, but hardly any that worked, substances that actually make these products work better. So examples of those products is, for example, when it rains and you have a crop protection substance that's water soluble, it washes off. So you can add some substance to it to make it insoluble and make it perform better even after rain. So that are the sort of things that we make. At the moment, we are now in this process of creating those products and new products, but actually going green, as that is the sort of theme these days. Yeah. And it's just, besides it marketing technical there, it's a good way to go. It's also something that I actually believe in, that's a way to go. And then not necessarily from a green source, but it has to be biodegradable and that sort of thing.
Interesting. Okay, so tell us a little bit more about your experience as a small business owner. As you said, you inherited it from your father, but what has that transition been like to all of a sudden be the director of a company? And
So what I didn't experience was the actual startup, and I know from tales of my father that it was harsh. You can imagine that if you make a product that makes sure that there's twice or three times as much pesticide actually on the leaf, it works 2 or 3 times better. And so our sort of pitch was that you can then use half the amount of pesticides. And you can imagine that other companies that make these pesticides weren't all too glad about that. No. They're still not all too glad about that. But we sort of managed to wedge our way in. But that was a hard start. I inherited the company and started doing this when there was actual cash flow. So I was able to immediately start doing things. Obviously, growing into that, getting the experience that I needed, that my father had and I didn't at the beginning, was hard. But one of the things that I found was very important is loyalty of customers. So customers don't deal with companies; they deal with people. And well, most smaller companies do, or so they have a relationship with people, and they trust these people to give them what they need. And so if you're able to hold that trust, even through hard times, they'll stick with you. And that is one of the things. So other things that I realized quite quickly actually, but have been working on more lately, is that you basically need more customers. The more customers you have, the more stable your company is going to be. I've worked with mostly 4 products or something, of which one was, let's say, 50% of our annual income, and then another one was 25, and the rest was, the rest. And so one of our customers basically said a couple of years ago, this one product is too expensive, we're going to use another product. And that was basically about 20% of my income. Yep. Which is a hard blow to get.
Very hard, yeah.
And then if you diversify, if you have more products, if you have more customers, those sort of blows turn into 5%, which is easily or more easily
manageable.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. So we worked with you as consultants, and we recommended that you attend events to expand your network and diversify and bring in more leads. You were able to do so.
Yes.
And how did that go? Tell us about it.
So, as per your suggestion, we started looking into this, and one of the events that was suggested by you as well, and also by someone who we worked with to make this event work for us, was Green Tech in the Rai in Amsterdam. It's a horticultural event, but obviously people who are interested in horticulture are mostly or also interested in agriculture. The difference there being under glass or in open air sort of farming. And the idea as we started this up was a lot of people don't know Modify yet, especially internationally. And so what we want to do is we want to put ourselves on the map. Just straight away, if we're going there, we don't want to be the guys in the corner with a shitty stand. We want to be professional and just basically, as we put it, we want to show our muscles. So we had a very good stand, cost a lot of money, obviously, but the end of that is that at the moment we're working with this one company that asked us to basically make their product better. So we're helping them make a better formulation of their product. If that one project is successful, we have probably earned this whole green tech business back like tenfold.
It's amazing.
So yeah, and that's just the one, right? So there's then a couple of other companies internationally that are interested that we're following up on now and seeing what we can do. Obviously this is all a process because there needs to be registration, etc., etc. So you can't just start selling. And one of the things that I found was very, very good that came out of this green tech was the impact on the Netherlands and the market that we're already in. We just saw that a lot of parties that first were looking at Modify like, yeah, they do some adjuvants and it's fine, right? Are now actually looking at us like, wow, they really know what they're talking about. They've got a good, full portfolio of products. We should talk to these people. So that's already a big win.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, and happy to hear that. That's awesome. So you'd consider going to more events and showing your muscles more and.
Well, so it needs to be a good event because right after the Green Tech, I went to the Global Forum for Innovations in Agriculture. It was a lot less successful.
Sure.
It was a smaller conference, and it was more aimed toward politicians, policymakers, and that sort of stuff. So I got a lot of these people that do not actually want to buy my products.
Sure.
They're interested in the products, but I can't work with them directly.
Sure. Yeah. But more events to come, maybe.
Sure, yeah, and if it's something that I think will actually be useful, definitely, absolutely. Yeah.
Definitely. Great. Well, glad to hear it. Awesome. Well, thank you for sitting with us today. And,
thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, of course. So, thanks everyone. That's it for this episode of the Chatty Consultants. Be sure to tune in next month when we sit down with Lauren Holgate, the owner of Little Lollipops Amsterdam. Until next time, bye.